Yeah. Oh, wait. Should we start this?
It's up to
No,
you.
we're starting it.
Have we started?
Officially, it started. It started. This is Josh Wolf. Josh is my friend. I love him so much. He's a very funny person. I miss him. And
I
that's
miss
the
you.
start.
and let me ask you something that I've been asking a lot of people recently.
Okay.
What is, because we were just talking about dogs, what's your favorite part of the dog experience?
Well, I don't know what my favorite part
Let's
is.
put the unconditional love aside because that's the easiest one.
That's a hard one for me to answer right now because we are in a phase, as you know, I have 2 pugs and they're both old. One has monster health issues. So I shit you not, this is not an exaggeration. Every day there is at least one near-death experience. So I spend my whole day making sure he's breathing, making sure he's okay, and then spending the rest of that time thinking about time and how many days they have left. And I would say I love having dogs, but I also hate having dogs.
Without a doubt, it's a weird contract that you get into with them every time.
Yes.
Every time. And so there's no doubt about that. But I will tell you this. You know what my favorite part? That? I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my God, there's a homeless man that just intruded into our podcast. Like, sir, do you need anything or do you want a quarter? What do you need? $1?
It looks like Elijah Wood just went through puberty.
He looks confused. Do you know how these work or what's going on there?
Just see.
Are you having a stroke?
Yeah, the hair. Just so you know.
What's happening?
Hi, how are you? Good to see you, Gabe.
Do you know what I love about Gabe? He's the only person I know that has kept a Banana Republic shirt for 30 years and just wears it proudly. Like, that's the only one I know.
I'm not going to lie to you. I put a sweater on the other day, and because we just moved, right? And every time you move, you pull something out. You're like, where'd I get this?
Oh,
I pulled a sweater out the other day, and then I was like, I don't remember where I got that. And then I saw it. It's a sweater that I bought with my Structure card.
Structure.
My Structure, which was my first credit card ever, which is why I think I kept the sweater. But it was a Structure. Remember, they used to be attached to the Express.
To the Express. It was like, you had your store and we had ours.
Yeah. But those Structure sweaters were the way.
And they just handed out credit cards to all of us. None of us had jobs.
They did. That was
I was like, this is bad.
First credit card, and then that was my first bad piece of credit too.
Yeah, bad piece. That's where it started for me. What do you want, Gabe? Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just like, what in the hell is
This was the weirdest pop-in. By the way, you would think as the producer, you would know that the show was recording.
Thank you.
And then just...
He is out of control. My God, what do you do all day, bro? What do you do all day?
You know what the best part, Michelle, was that he popped in and didn't say anything. He just popped in.
No, he's just like a creepy peeping Tom. Like, what is wrong with you? Well, Gabe's here because he knows we're about to make fun of the Patriots and he hates the Patriots. That's what's happening right now.
Actually, you know what, fair. Gabe? By the way, can you just, before you check out, can you tell me what team you're a fan of?
Oh, interesting question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thought you'd pass that legacy on. I don't know the last time they won, but
at least it's sexier.
At least you can be warm when you're miserable. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Better uniforms, I would argue. Yeah.
Without a doubt, stadium. I would say those baby blues.
Yeah, the best.
Next to the old school New England logo are the things that I miss the most. What?
That you miss the most?
Off of those old uniforms? The New England logo?
In fairness, I just hate the Patriots.
Okay.
And it's not even, I can't even tell you that it's fair.
All right.
Later, hobo.
By the way, can I tell you how bananas that was? So at first I thought, I was like, oh, here's another guest. And then he just sat there and I was like, what's happening? Yeah. And then for you to tell me 3 minutes in, oh, he produces the show. but he didn't know it was recording is so amazing.
It's so on brand on it. Gabe and I used to work at Sports Nation, the original version. So yeah, like we've known each other for a minute and a half.
The you and Cowherd?
Yeah, like the 09 version. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only reason I can talk to him. Everyone else is sort of new, although I'll be honest with you, we've gotten very comfortable very fast. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do when you're doing this weird thing called a podcast, which I still don't really understand what the hell this is. But
I will tell you, Gabe still has great bar mitzvah hair. That's good bar mitzvah. That is some good bar mitzvah hair. That hair looks good under a yarmulke. That hair, I don't even know if he's Jewish or not. But
he is. No, he is.
Yeah. The froier the hair, that yarmulke kind of lays on top.
Well, and then it makes those of us whose hair is thin and not growing anymore, makes us sad and jealous. And so we wear hats every day.
I mean, are you pointing right at me?
No, I'm looking at myself. I am staring at my own face.
Now,
okay. You moved to Vegas.
Let me ask you about this Patriot thing because we got to.
Yeah, I know.
I know you. And it's, by the way, can I tell you, this is how I know the Patriots have won too much.
Okay.
Because even now, I'm like, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I get it. You had it.
When the Patriots lost to the Eagles, this is when I officially knew. And by the way, coming over to your house for the Super Bowls was my favorite thing to do.
God, those were fun.
Oh, and sitting next to Keyshawn when the Patriots were down to the Falcons and listening to that dude run.
It's crazy.
And then slowly disappear into the back was one of my favorite.
I believe that was the Super Bowl in which I was doing 2-to-1 fireball shots to me, and then I never saw the end of the game and went to my own room and passed out at my own party. I believe it was that Super Bowl, and I woke up not knowing who had won. I had to do a show that day. I believe that was that Super Bowl part. And by the way, that is a typical Patriot, because there were like a few Patriots fans. It was like you, Allie McKay. It was a couple talking smack, and then it was quiet, and then it wasn't quiet anymore.
No, and then by the way, nothing is worse than a Patriots fan who's been yapped at and then gets to yap back.
It's the worst. The worst.
Now, did you?
It's one of the worst fan bases.
I won't say that. Did you hate the Patriots pre-Brady, or is this?
No. Yeah, this is a Brady-Belichick chemistry project.
And let me ask you, which one do you kind of detest more? Like, do you hate the Bucs now because of Brady, or was it just a Patriots winning situation?
It's hard to say. It's almost as if well, no, it is not hard to say because I did take joy out of the Patriots losing on Saturday. Also because it was how they lost and who they lost to. And it just didn't feel very on brand for a Belichick team to sort of come in and look lost. That was number one. So that was weird. But in no way at all am I ever going to root for the Buccaneers or Tom Brady. Like, there are certain people in life, you've had enough. Like, you cannot have everything. You cannot be wealthy and beautiful and successful. And, well, he's not funny, so I guess he doesn't have that. But I don't know if he can sing.
By the way, why is he getting better looking?
I don't know. Well, that's the avocados, I think.
I'm going to start rubbing avocados all over my body. Honestly, I'm thinking because I've heard about the benefits of suppositories. I think I might go avocado.
They're great. Yeah. Oh, you mean, wait, is he using them he's using avocados as suppositories?
I don't know, but I think maybe that's how he sleeps.
That's interesting.
So to get the inside all avocado too?
I'm a 46-year-old woman who will inject whatever they tell me to do into my face on the off chance it makes me look 1 year younger. So if you're telling me that that's the next step, I'm open. I am open to this. I'm totally back in. Oh no. Yeah, no, he's I will say, you know what though? It's good that you what's it like to root for a team? Like, for example, the only team I have ever given a damn about was the Spurs. And they're not polarizing. You either are a Spurs fan or you mock them, and that's all there is to it. Mm-hmm. But with the Patriots and Belichick, it is love or deep, deep hate. Yes. What's it like to root for an evil team like that?
Can I tell you how much pleasure I get out of it? You know, as somebody who grew up with 3 older brothers and who, loves my sports, but loves even more people who take them more seriously than they should. And being able to get under that person's skin is like, these last 20 years have been like like a godsend for me because to watch people get so mad is
So mad.
the best. You know, there was a Bills fan who hit me up, a buddy of mine,
Like this last game or
this last game.
Oh God, okay.
And I just sent him a text back, happy for you, little buddy. It must feel nice to win one in the postseason.
Wow.
Now, can I mention how angry that made him?
But he started it. Like you can't start it
Yeah.
if you're not ready.
Yeah, but I
You
will
just
tell you,
can't.
I was semi rooting for the Bills for this reason.
Oh.
I love seeing bare shirted, no shirt dummies jumping onto tables on fire.
Yeah.
The Bills Mafia
doesn't?
to me is so much more entertaining than the Patriots fans. So I want to, right? So I want to see this group advance. If they win the Super Bowl, let's take some odds on what happens to that city.
My God, sir. Well, if Ryan Fitzpatrick shirtless in 2-degree weather is just a taste of what would be coming if they reach and win the Super Bowl, I don't know if America's ready, to be honest. I don't.
I'm so intrigued to see what would happen in general to all of that. Like for sure, because it's in Los Angeles, so they would travel to LA. And it'd be hard.
You're telling me I got to leave Buffalo in February to go to LA? I mean, I will pay whatever that airline ticket is. I don't even care.
Did I ever tell you, Michelle? Okay, so my brother and I went to the Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl.
Okay.
We were sitting on the goal line. As it was coming down the field, he said to me, "Oh, this is ending up here on the goal, goal line."
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you how dumb Patriots fan is. Ready? So there was this dude sitting next to me from Lynn. I don't know if you're familiar with Massachusetts at all, but it was called Lynn, City of Sin, right?
Wow.
The people in Lynn, for sure, are still tucking their acid wash jeans into their high tops. Okay, 100%. Right? Let me tell you something right now. AC/DC is still being blared in the high school parking lots. Right? This is where we are.
This is good.
So this dude, he's sitting next to me. And second quarter, we're talking about, and he starts telling me, I've been saving up my lifetime, Josh. I've been saving up my lifetime. I was, to see a Super Bowl and talking about how he's been saving, no shit, for 15 years.
Oh, that's huge. Okay.
Right? And so I'm so excited for this dude. This is such a heartwarming story. And he's got the thick Boston accent and him and his buddies. And then at halftime, he holds up this pill, the lifetime dream, never been to a Super Bowl. People in my family have never been on an airplane before. People are asking me what Arizona's like. This type of person, right?
Oh no. What is this? No.
He holds up a pill and I go, what is that? And he goes, I had a hottie at a party last night. Tell me I should take this at the game. It's going to send me into outer space. And I go, what is it? I go, let me see it. And he handed it to me.
Oh my God.
And I go, hey dude, don't take this. It's ketamine. Don't take this.
Oh my God.
And he goes, yeah, she kept calling it Special K and asking me if I wanted to party. I go, did you? I go, how many beers have you had? He goes, 4. I go, no, you're going to be asleep. You're not going to see the end of the game, dude. It's going to put you asleep. He goes, I'm going to party with the hottie, right? The whole Boston accent. When I tell you that this dude, whose dream it was to be at a Patriots Super Bowl, slept through the entire fourth quarter with his buddies drawing dicks on his face. It was
as they should.
They were taking pictures with him. This dude missed the entire fourth quarter.
Why?
But I have to tell you, for me, perfect, and that's peak New England guy.
That is
peak.
All that money, all that time, all that waiting.
Your dreams.
In a cool, it was a good location for the Super Bowl. Like it's a fun spot. Why? And you have somebody telling you not to take it,
One of the best finishes of all time.
Of all time.
And this dude straight up wanted to he was like, I'm going to get down. It was so amazing.
That's so good.
Now,
God, I love him.
Patriots fans and New England fans in general are a little mouthy.
Why is that?
I would say generally in the Northeast. So I would say New York fans fall into the same category. Philadelphia fans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my least favorite fans that I've ever encountered was Boston fans, the South, New England fans,
Yeah.
and Philly fans. Like for me, it's 1-2 that way. Like Boston fans are a lot. I mean, I was at a Bruins playoff game once with a couple girlfriends, and we were leaving. Everyone's leaving the game. It's over. We're in the mezzanine, walking towards the exits. One Bruins fan pushes the other Bruins fan. Nothing. They're not with us. But he pushes him right into me. Like, I don't even have a chance to defend myself or block it or anything. I go flying. I'm bleeding from the face now.
What?
And these two idiots, like, have no idea they've even, included a stranger in their melee. Like, they're just fighting now. And I'm just sitting there going, did anyone say, am I crazy? Or did that just happen? Like, never even, it didn't faze them. They just kept fighting. And they were for the same team. Like, this wasn't like, oh, it was one. No, I believe it was a Flyers-Bruins game, which, there you go.
Well,
That's everything you need to know about that.
But
it was amazing.
But so for me, are you including college fans in this fan base?
So college is different for me because college is weird. Like, you've got the people that actually went to the college.
Yeah.
So that's one sort of culture. But for a lot of these big time schools, you have huge parts of that fan base that have never even sniffed the campus, but for whatever reason, family, blah, 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 they are fans of that school. And so I never know how to keep those two together. There's a weird loyalty I don't understand.
I find Ohio State fans to be, they have such a victim mentality.
Yeah.
And I just have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with any team or school that hires Urban Meyer.
That's fair.
Because
he's a beacon and pillar? Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, not because of that. Right. That's my bad.
You knew who he was. You might not have known who he was when he left Utah. You knew who he was when he left Florida.
Yeah.
And that sanctimonious, holier than thou bullshit.
Yep.
It fucking drove me crazy. Just be who you are, Urban Meyer. The crookedest crook of all the crookedest crooks.
Still can't do it. He still can't do it.
Yo,
it's weird to me.
He's still we just a month ago saw a picture of you with your finger in some college girl's booty hole. And you're like, sorry, bad choice. That's not a... No, he thinks...
it is a bad choice because you didn't look around for cameras first.
I think what he called it was a mistake.
101. Yeah, a mistake.
You mean you were going for the vag and you hit the booty instead?
Oh, were you trying to help her with directions? Oh,
you mean
father
wrong
figure.
Hole? Yeah, we've all made that mistake. Yeah.
Like I'm not going to say there's a world or scenario in which I become an Urban Meyer fan. I don't think it exists, but wouldn't it be so much more pure if he just embraced the heel turn and just was, and started dressing like leather jackets and just be the guy. Own it. I would kind of love it.
I kind of love it. If he went, what was Jerry Glanville? If he went,
yes.
If he just went pure heel, honestly, he should become a manager in the WWE. Oh my.
Yeah, but he's not good on a mic. He's going to have to get better on the mic.
He's not good on a mic? Couldn't he play
unless he embraces
holier than thou, sanctimonious, bad guy heel?
I mean, he could, but he has to learn how to speak in very nice runs. Like, to be great at the WWE is like you have almost a actor's like ability to deliver lines. And I don't know if he got that.
Who was the last great manager in the WWE?
Like, for me, Paul Heyman, who I'm still doing it, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I think he is so good on a mic. Like, I would want him to do anything. I would want him to deliver my eulogy. I want him to do my parent, all of it. Like a wedding ceremony.
By the way,
anything.
We should talk him into getting on Cameo, and maybe we should have him send you a message.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm waiting on the Island Boys. I got to save up.
Is that your ultimate cameo?
God, no, that's my ultimate. That's my death wish thing. I want I need them to go away right now. Wait, you know what? You have an interesting perspective because obviously as part of being a stand-up comic, you are in a different city every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So are there cities that stand out more than others when you bring up sports or that have just sort of come out as sports fan and shown themselves?
Well, when I bring up sports, everybody knows that I'm a Boston fan. So that definitely draws a little bit of reaction. There's nobody who's midway on the Boston teams. Mm-mm. Nobody's like, nah, I'm not sure how I feel about them.
No.
You know, there's no, and I think most of it comes from the fan because the fan is so obnoxious. Here's what's crazy to me. My son, Jacob, thinks, grew up, he expects all Boston sports teams to win, which is such a separate mentality. I grew up expecting them all to lose. Do you know?
Yeah,
even
he's
to
young.
this day, when the Red Sox are in a tight game, I'm like, they're going to lose. And he's like, what are you talking about? They're going to win.
God, that's so weird.
It's so, his first taste of real Boston fandom was 2003. He was 6. It was the Red Sox Yankees. And shit was going down. And I was screaming at the TV and he came downstairs. And he sat down mid-stairs. You know how kids some sit down and look through the banister?
They're a little scared, but they're not sure why.
So he's looking through the banister and he goes, buddy, you're being so loud. I was like, yeah. And he goes, you're scaring me. And I go, well, you should go back upstairs then because it's not going to get any better than this. You know what I mean? Can I tell you, early on, Beadle, this is when he knew, so he was probably 11 years old, 12 maybe. He's walking up after school. He's walking up the driveway and he's wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey.
Okay.
And I stop him. I go, hey, where'd you get that jersey? And he goes, I won it at a carnival at school. I go, well, that's cool.
Damn.
I go, hey, but you can't wear that. You can't wear it in the house. And he goes, what? I go, well, you can't wear his jersey in the house. I mean, you can wear it out here all you want, but it doesn't come in the house. Now, listen, I have a son who's a Republican. I have a daughter who's a lesbian. You can pick who you fuck. You can pick who you vote for. You can't pick your sports teams. Not in my house. You know what I mean? Like
that's one rule.
Yeah, that jersey's not coming in here. So I made him take it off in the driveway, and we burnt it later out back. And I bought him.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, we burnt it.
Oh my God, you are a jersey burner?
Yeah,
I didn't think I knew any jersey burners.
But that was more for fun. I mean,
of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Most pyro is.
But I wasn't angry. Like for me, it's part of. I loved hating Kobe Bryant.
Of course.
I loved hating those. If I saw any of those people on the street, it would be the same admiration that I'm a huge David Ortiz fan, right? And he's a buddy of mine. Same admiration. Like when I say hate, that's just where you're wearing the uniform. I don't know you outside of Alex Rodriguez. I don't.
It's fair. That's fair. That's, you know what? Another polarizing figure.
I just have to. I don't know him personally, but he seems like such a douchebag. I can't get over it. I mean,
also from a boss. Yeah, you have like the double whammy because he does. It's weird because I feel the same way. Like the few interactions I've had with him. You know, he's either done something with us on TV or whatever, or he's reached out and he's always been like, I just think you're really good at what you do. And like very complimentary, nothing more than that.
Yeah.
And so you're always sort of standing there going, I'm not going to like you. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
No.
I think people have forgotten too. To me, it just, and again, I don't know him. I don't believe a word he says. Not one single thing. I will say though, I would love like guys to get, the ratings would be so much better. You see what Peyton and Eli do. Do you ever watch that?
It's my favorite thing. I'm upset when they're not on.
Me too.
Actually. Yeah.
So other broadcast teams should take a clue from this and just look, man, you know what we like to hear? Truth. You know what everyone seems to sniff out, and we may not know what the truth is, but we can sniff out people who are disingenuous. And that's what it feels like with me, with Alex Rodriguez. He just feels across the board is super disingenuous and is always... It's like when I used to watch the Red Sox and the Yankees play, right? And I would watch with Jakey and I would be like, you want to play like Jeter? You want to play like Jeter? And because he played baseball, right? And I was like, look at Alex Rodriguez in the batter's box in the playoffs. He still seems like he's looking around. So he nods a lot. So people know that, I'm making a decision in my head. Jeter just was calm. Do you know what I mean?
In his own skin.
He did not. It never appeared like he was putting on an act because he knew other people were watching. And Alex Rodriguez constantly looked like he was...
Like, is the red light on?
Yes.
Okay, well, then there's this version of me.
Yes. And
I agree with you. That's how I judge everyone.
Yeah,
It's why, like, I was telling them earlier, like, I had sort of rewatched a couple episodes of Last Dance, and it was a reminder. I know everyone wants to have the MJ versus everyone competitions, talks, whatever. But when you rewatch something like that, you see that like Michael Jordan is a prime example, completely knew who he was, very comfortable, would not give a damn whether you liked him or not, didn't care who was around, wasn't there to, he just was. And I think for me, personally, that's how I sort of judge people. If I feel like that's not there, it's why I don't become a fan.
It's one of the things that I love about stand-up comics.
Because you have to be that way, right?
I don't think there's any doubt. You start off, I think, by the way, this is the same for people in your field too.
Yeah, I agree.
You start off being somebody who tries to do things so other people, will somebody, if I say this, will they like that? That's how you start off as an artist.
Right.
You start, I'm sure for you, if I talk about it like this, will people like me? And then you realize just the more you talk about yourself, not yourself, but beyond honest, that's when people like you. That's what they're attracted to.
And if they don't, who cares?
Who cares?
Because at least it makes the job easier because you're just doing you.
Yeah. You
don't have to think about anything or what did I say yesterday? I don't remember. Yeah, no, it's just a much easier, but you're right. And it's weird because I do think I'm trying to think of a stand-up comic that like doesn't give off that. I mean, I guess there's got to be a few that are just
younger,
sort of like,
younger ones.
Yeah. I'm going to name them all now. Here we go. Just kidding. Just to start making enemies for no reason. Absolutely no reason whatsoever.
I actually prepared a list for this show. So let me,
people that I think suck. Let me ask you, because we're gonna come back and play a little game, but I want to ask you about, before we go take that break. So do you root for Tom Brady now? I didn't even ask. How does that work?
I don't root for him.
Okay. You're not hurt that he left.
No. Listen, man, it's his life. He gets to do whatever he wants. If he doesn't want to play somewhere, you go play somewhere else. This is his life. He gets one trip around this rock like all of us. I don't know why we get upset that other people are making choices for their lives. It's the dumbest, outside of Johnny Damon, because fuck him. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's
I love
fair.
Johnny Damon.
You ever see him on Below Deck?
Dude, brutal. I'm going to tell you something right now. I played golf with him a little bit. That dude can still, he can drink, but he's in great shape.
Is he really?
Yeah.
All I know is he's been on Below Deck twice, and twice he and his wife have gotten belligerently drunk and made asses of themselves in other countries. And both times I'm like, this is why everyone hates us.
Are you here for that? By the way, I sent out a tweet yesterday. I watched something, Michelle, that I'd never seen before in my life. Oh, God. I watched an entire episode with Beth of the Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh my God, don't get me started. Don't. Who are you? Who are you?
This is the worst
what is this?
Of the worst of humanity.
Yeah, it's a bad group of humans.
And you know what I'm telling you? Like, I was on board. Andy Cohen has got to take a little responsibility for the filth that he puts on TV.
The devil.
Because he could have cast a couple ladies. You were like, hey, let's take it down a notch from this batch of the worst group of people ever fucking assembled.
It's the worst. I'll give him credit because when they started teasing, hey, we got a new Real Wives, Housewives at Salt Lake, and everyone's like, Salt Lake? I mean, what? How's that going to be set? Little did we know what was coming. Little did we know. Never trust a woman who refers to her husband as Coach Shaw. Okay? That is not safe. You're not trustworthy. You're a criminal. Turns out I was right.
Yeah.
Taking a break. We'll be back. It's winter, which means both football and basketball are in full swing. And for many of us, there's no better way to enjoy the games than by having some skin in the game. Some of that moolah, which is why BetMGM remains the exclusive betting partner of The Athletic. That's right. And as a fan of The Athletic, you can bet $10 to win $150. You heard it here, $150 plus a free 3-month subscription or extension to your subscription with The Athletic when you bet with BetMGM using our promo code. Just sign up at BetMGM.com and use the promo code TheAthleticPod at checkout to take advantage of this special offer from the king of sportsbooks. That's bet $10 to win a whooping $150 plus 3 months free from The Athletic at BetMGM.com and using the promo code TheAthleticPod at checkout. New customer offer. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. We're going to play a little game. Okay, we started this when Paul Pierce was here and, as we like to call the truth. So we call it the truth or the false. And I'll be honest with you. This is really more of a game of ad-libbing and lying to me convincingly than it is anything else. Because I don't have a lot of these answers.
So you want me to just give you an answer and you're going to tell me if it's true or false?
Yeah, and then none of us will know, and the game will be like, "What did y'all just do?" But we'll laugh, and that's what
Perfect.
I think matters.
I like that too.
Actually, no, you might be able to do this one. So, okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The truth, or the false? You know what the term super gremlin means.
Truth.
No, wait, do you know what that means? What does it mean?
Super gremlin?
Yeah.
Honestly, a super gremlin is something that's in your computer. It's something that you can't get out. It's a virus, and it's like something that lives in your electronics. 100%.
That can't be true at all. No, why would
100%.
Antonio Brown be like, I'm a super... See, now we need like a 20-year-old that's sitting over to the side here telling us everything.
Because what it is a super virus. Like, you can't get rid of me. So now they've taken that term from the computer. That's what he is. He's like a super virus. He's a super gremlin. You can't get rid of him. It's 100%.
God, if we were on a game show right now, I think I would. No, I would not believe you. I would not.
You wouldn't believe me?
I would not believe you on this one.
How could you not believe me? It's exactly how it translates into super. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like,
now that you're saying it, maybe I could see Antonio Brown saying that as if he's like this little trolley virus that we can't get rid of.
yeah, no, that's exactly. It started in the computer, but now people have taken it into the streets.
Okay. All right. True or false? The truth, the false. Aaron Rodgers' transition to the NFL's version of Joe Rogan, has only made him stronger, and he will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Here's the truth about that. He is going to end up doing what he always does in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, let me tell you something right now. I love when people are like, have you heard going to the playoffs, what quarterback has the most pressure? People talking about Stafford and Dak.
True.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Hey, man.
More than Stafford did last night? No way.
Hey, listen.
Night.
Aaron Rodgers, what else does he need? What else can he possibly complain about? But if Brady comes in and beats him again in Green Bay, you telling me that the pressure isn't on Aaron Rodgers? Because I would tell you the best I've ever seen throw a football, but can't seem to get out of the NFC Championship. How has he not met Brady in a Super Bowl? How is that possible?
I mean, that is a dream scenario.
Is
See,
it?
I'm with you on the sense. There's something about Aaron Rodgers like this year, right? And not just sort of like the off the field talks and all the vaccine and the Joe Rogan, all that stuff, whatever. That's a whole other set of narratives that's happening. But there's the hair and the maybe he got married, maybe he didn't in Hawaii, and he didn't want like there was so much more sort of external drama that I just feel like after all of that, he's going to have the last laugh. And all of those distractions that we thought, he's going to go in and he's going to get it done. I just can't shake it. I just don't see who else is going to win.
Yeah, I think he's really going to, where he's going to get his claim to fame is he's going to win the show Survivor. I do think he could do that. I think Aaron Rodgers could 100% win the show Survivor. Yes. He seems like mentally, he's got the good mental and physical game for that.
Yes.
He's going to have to show me he can beat Brady.
So you think Brady wins it all?
I will tell you this. That defense isn't what it was last year. People can say whatever they want about Brady, but leading up to the Super Bowl, that defense is what won those games. It wasn't Brady. If I remember correctly, Brady threw a bunch of interceptions. Right? So to me, Tampa is, I will say who I'm rooting for, without a doubt, is the Rams.
Oh, that's good. Now, is that because we lived in LA for a while? Do you think that we kind of want to see that? I can't figure out why I care.
I kind of, but I really want Matthew Stafford to win one.
That's your thing?
I would love to see Matthew Stafford win one. Listen, man, out of all the quarterbacks left, who am I rooting for?
Josh Allen.
This is the only
or Joe Burrow.
I'm rooting for a Josh Allen Rams Super Bowl, and then whoever wins. I'm not rooting for Mahomes.
No, too bad. I don't want people. It's almost like I'm communist. Like I want everyone to have one. Yeah. Everyone gets their one. I don't think everyone should have 2 or 3 or 4. That's too much.
I am enough of a Brady fan to not want Mahomes to sniff it.
Okay, that's fair.
And and more of a Patriots fan, where I want the Belichick Brady brand to live longer.
Do you think it's a ding in the Belichick brand when Tom goes off and does well? without him?
think that this week especially proved the one thing that the Patriots had was that team. That team always had a belief that Brady could bring them back.
They really did.
And I think once you saw they got down, they knew what that offense was, and they knew, we're not coming back from this. Do you know what I mean?
No.
But that defense always figured, look at the Falcons Super Bowl. That defense always knew, we get 2 stops, we can have 20. We're fine. Right.
Yeah.
And
you have 90 seconds left to be like, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We got this.
Right. 90 seconds, and we're going to run it 5 times. Why not?
Yeah.
And we're still going to win. Right.
We're still going to win.
Yeah. But like that to me was the huge difference. Huge difference was that.
Right.
So for me, it is, Belichick did a great job this year, but did he? That win streak, go look at who they beat.
Well, for me, I think the argument could have been made almost all season long about Belichick. It was the idea that you have already faced that Bills team. You know everything that's going to happen. The weather's not an issue. You both live in tundras. And you still got embarrassed. Like for me, that was weird because I'm just like, it's not like they came out and reinvented the wheel. Buffalo didn't. No. It's just they came out and maybe it's the Fitz magic. I don't know.
I have to tell you, I hadn't seen a Patriots defense like that feel like they just weren't prepared.
That's what it was. I think I heard more talking heads say that were like unprepared. They looked unprepared, which is not a thing.
When is Brady unprepared?
Ever heard that?
I will say this, and I know you hate him, but this is what I love about him. First, he's handsome. God.
I mean, you have to love pretty people. They need our help. I get it.
Why is he getting more handsome?
Because he's doing some weird deal with the devil.
He's like, when I look at the ESPN Plus, that show.
Yeah. Oh, right.
He's more handsome every show. I'm like, what happened? Did they film this a year later? Why is he so much better looking now?
Well, so is Giselle. Like that's an uncomfortable home to enter, I bet. I don't think I'd be comfortable in there.
I got to tell you, truthfully, my wife's getting better looking. I'm not sure how she's doing.
Actually, she really is. So then you should have insight into how a person does this.
Yeah, she sleeps in cold water. It's really weird.
That makes sense.
No.
I've heard that.
What if I told you that? What if I'm like, she's injecting her face with cold water?
Like I said, fine. I'll do it. You only have to tell me once. Tell me once, show me a picture for proof. I'm in. That's all I need. I'm not a scientist.
Have you ever seen that late night commercial where they just rub that cream?
Yes. And then they wait like 20 seconds and they go, whoa. No, I'm 7 again.
I'm not going to lie to you. Part of me has been like, I mean, I'll just order one just to see.
What's the harm?
What's the harm?
Oh, the crap. Okay. Well, we could do a whole nother podcast about crap I've paid for that did
What's
nothing.
the craziest? Give me the best.
Well, all the machines that they market to, especially to women, but like there's the LED light mask, and then there's the things that you rub on your face every morning, and then God only knows how many billions of dollars in creams and serums and ointments and whatever. Like it's, and that's before you even go to a doctor to do other things. We are idiots. And it unites us all because we're all trying to do the same thing.
I have to tell you though, I do believe that stuff, and I'm on board for whatever you want to do with your face.
Sure.
Right? But that stuff looks so much worse with dudes. Dudes with Botox to me look so bananas.
Oh, like, yeah. Well, if you go overboard too, it's terrifying.
Especially the and I'm a big forehead guy, right? So I got a big right. So have you ever seen this forehead?
On Rihanna, but that was it.
Have you seen the whole thing? Look at this.
What do you mean, have I seen the whole?
Look at this thing. Look at that forehead.
You look like Yahoo Serious right now.
I definitely have a shower this morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Here, right? That's nice. Yeah.
So like when you freeze something, this is just not a good look for me.
Freeze it.
When you freeze.
No, it is. It's a good look. That's great.
Can you tell it might be on a little too tight? Look at that.
No,
Mark.
That feels like you're going to have a headache every day of your life. Good God, son. Loosen it up. Jesus. I mean, mine's probably doing the same thing. I don't want to take mine off.
I mean, I have though. I told Beth that I think this is the year that I lose the hat.
Whoa.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Why? Is there a reason for it?
I'm honestly more about the clothes that I'm starting to like that I'm enjoying wearing.
Look at us blossoming into a swan.
Well, I'm funking it up a little bit.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's making you do this?
It's cheaper than getting a Porsche for my midlife crisis. You know what I mean? Like,
it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the clothes. I don't know. I feel like if I look at the NBA guys and the fashion walks now, it's like I could see being inspired.
I think
to
that's
sort
what
of
it
care
is.
a little more.
Do you know what it is? It's not even care a little more. Like, I just want to let it loose. You know, I want to let it loose a little bit. I mean, why the fuck not? Have you felt yourself as you've gotten older, let go of some things that you were like, I'll never change this. This is who I am forever.
No.
No.
No, I do. I mean, the biggest thing for me is like I'm trying to be more in the gray versus the very black and white perspective that I've had my whole life. Like it's either this or I'm out, like that kind. So I'm trying to be a little more, I'm still judgmental and I'm still an ass. Like I'm still, those things are, I'm never going to get rid of it completely, but I'm trying to sort of look at things a little more understanding. It's hard. It's so very hard to do. Yeah. I don't even know if it's worth doing, but we're trying.
You know what? Like I tried that for a little while and then that blended into this. I am not going to let other people and their stupidity control even a second of my day.
All right.
So it's That's less fair. About being judgy, because if I looked at it that way, it's hard for me not to judge you. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, it's kind of your job.
Yeah, I like to judge you, but I don't internalize it anymore. Like, your thing is your thing, and I'm not letting that even. Like
it's not affecting me. No, I agree. I actually agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
It's like the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I can only say you're the worst people I've ever seen on television.
Wait, the truth or the false? You will continue to watch that series.
The truth.
This is how they get us.
The truth, because I'll tell myself, here's how it happened with The Bachelor. The Bachelor started with like this for me. Ready? What are we watching? Yeah, I'll watch this. This is so stupid. And then the second week, what? Yeah, but this is the last time. Is she picking him?
Oh God.
Why would she pick him? He's such a puss. Yeah. And the third week, I can't believe he said that. Like, I am 100% in.
That's how they get us. This is how they do it.
Yeah.
God. Okay, hold on. Taking a quick break. Coming back. I want to talk about little Jacob for a second. Little Jake. He's like 9 feet tall now. We'll be right back. I will not. Welcome back. We're talking about The Bachelor. I just said I've stopped judging people, and now I'm judging Josh because you just admitted to watching The Bachelor, and I don't know where to put that.
It's not appointment TV for me.
Okay, good.
Like,
good.
No. So I'm not sitting down, but I'll swing through and sit down for a little while and be like, I judge them up. Here's my thing. What I would prefer for sure like this, two things. Let's just admit why you're here. Please don't tell me you're looking for a soulmate in 2 weeks. Yes. We know, we've all been alive long enough to know that is a falsehood. So please don't come here being like, you're here for wrong intentions. All of you are there to be on TV. Every single one of you. So stop judging and being like, she's not here for the right reason. Oh, really?
I love when they say stuff like that.
Why the fuck are you here?
I love it. This is why I watch the British Love Island, because there is no one's fooling anyone. Since the first season of that show, when everybody on it went off to make millions on their own doing appearances and stuff, it was like the ultimate sort of thing. It just made them. They all now, since then, are very aware of what they're doing. You do one season of Love Island and you're basically set for at least the next 5 or so years while you're still young and pretty.
And by the way, let's just call those the important years.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't even remember them, but yeah, I feel like I wasted those. Did you shit your pants on the first date with your wife?
Yes.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the podcast. I'm sorry. Wait, do I not know this story?
Yeah.
How does that mean tooting or pooping?
Well, I thought it was tooting.
I did once invent a game called Shard or Not. So go on. How does that happen? And also good for her.
Yeah, dude, I was right. I was on the TV show Shark Tank. and Yeah, here's what happened. We were out. I had been out the night before.
Oh.
And I had done a little drinking, smoking Taco Bell combo.
Why?
I didn't know what was going on. I had never
That's
met
fair.
this woman.
You were trying to play it cool.
Yeah, but by the way, it was the night before. Like, I
You
wasn't
thought you'd have
thinking-
time to recover.
Yeah, recovery time. We were out. My stomach was a little queasy the next day. We were out. And I am a loud sneezer. I'm a mouth sneezer.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Where it's like your whole body is part of it. Got it.
And it's obnoxious and people hate you. And I don't
Yep.
want to right across. It's a 2-person table. I can't mouth sneeze at her. I mean, so I just did one of those. And when I covered my nose, the sneeze had to go somewhere, Michelle. I straight up shit myself. Now, I want to tell you something. There was a couple moments there of like everything goes through your brain. Run. I've only met her once. Just turn and run out and you'll never see her again.
This will just be a story she tells her friends forever.
Some dude just got up in the middle and left.
Yep. Fine.
However, I had been enjoying myself so much with her. And the conversation was great and she was funny. And obviously we know what she looks like. Gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this whole time I'm sitting across from her, I know who I am. I'm like, how did I end up on a date with this woman? Like, and she likes me. Like, you know, you can tell when things are going well.
Yeah, totally. Well, we think we can, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now I'm pretty sure I know it's not. And I got up and I'm like, okay. Here's my options. Get up and leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Get up and tell her we got to go.
Yep.
Sit and ride it out and see if it's something you can make to the end of dinner.
Oh, God.
Right. Which I quickly discovered that was not a possibility.
This is the Paul Pierce squishing around in the wheelchair. What do you do?
Okay. So
wow.
She says to me, I got to use the restroom.
Oh, thank God.
Which was ironic.
Yes.
So she gets up and I'm like, okay, now's the time to leave.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But you don't want to do that.
Pay for the bill, whatever, leave a note, whatever. Write something on her napkin, something. But I knew there was no way I was walking out of that restaurant without everyone knowing that I had shit in my pants.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean? Like
dead.
There's no way. No. That's a real particular walk.
Like if it was ever a time for some building to burn down, this would be it.
A bomb threat.
Something.
Somebody having a heart attack.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah.
You know how like when you're speeding on the freeway and a cop's pulling up behind you, like I hope there's an accident.
Like, please, something else happened now. Oh God.
So
I'm mortified.
By the time I'm going through it in my head, she's already back. So I'm like, I just got to tell her. And I said, hey, I got to tell you something. She goes, you can tell me anything. I said, we're about to find out, aren't we? And I just told her, I go, I shit my pants. Okay? And she looked right at me and she goes, I know. I was like, what? She was like, what do you think I got up to go to the bathroom for? I got up so you could leave with a little bit of dignity.
Oh.
She goes, I was not expecting you to be here when you got back, but here you are. So, and I was like, how are we gonna get out of here?
How are we gonna get out of here?
She was like, I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. And I was like, do you think anybody knows that I have shit in my pants? And the guy from the table next to me was like, we know, dude. And that's when I knew. And she was like, yeah, I'm sitting 2 feet away from you. There's poop, legit poop in your pants. Everybody can smell it. I'm like, everybody? And the guy was like, yeah, I can smell it. I'm like, what? So, but she walked me out.
That's brilliant.
She walked behind me like a champ.
That's a team player. Yes.
Because there was a stain.
Yeah. I mean, there's no high. Yeah, no, it's.
Let me tell you what she did. She pulled my chair out. She got up, she stood behind me and walked out.
She's a damn saint.
That's how I knew. I was like,
Beth, ladies and gentlemen.
marry you.
Oh my God. Oh, that's when you knew. Yeah, we're not worried about you, Josh.
That's not when she knew.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Yeah, yeah. And here's another thing. Truthfully, and you were in LA for long enough. Somebody who looked like her.
Oh God, no.
to be that down to earth
No,
and to
that
just
doesn't
be
exist.
to just roll with it.
No, she's special.
I was like, this is a unicorn. Like,
I mean, LA especially because it's just, that's a unicorn. Like that
Yes.
is not a thing.
No.
Wow.
So that's when I
knew
knew.
that.
Yeah, but yeah, that was it was not one of my proudest.
I mean, but it's kind of like you basically cut out a lot of the middle part of getting to know someone, and you just like right away, like first night, this is who I am and this is who you are.
Here's
Perfect.
the other thing is that there was no longer any need for me to pretend. You know, those first 3 or 4 months
Yep.
when you're pretending, and then eventually both of you have to stop pretending. And
Yep.
that's when you figure out, oh yeah, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The pretending part's over. So
that's you.
you're not
Okay.
trying as hard anymore. Got it. Don't like this person. Right.
Oh my God. Yes.
We got past that on the first date.
I think it's brilliant. I almost feel like this should be the advice you give young people to do. Like, it's going to be weird and it might be gross, but honestly, you're going to save a lot of time.
Yeah,
a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of tears.
Yes.
You're going to save all of these things.
Yeah, you're not going to have to pretend
No.
to like anything.
God, I love that so much.
Yeah, I can't believe you hadn't heard that.
I know. No, trust me, I would have never forgotten that story. It's got everything I love. Love, poop, restaurants. It's everything. It's got all the stuff I love in a story. It's just my favorite story of all time all of a sudden. Oh my God. Okay. I am so glad we got to do this.
Me too.
And now that you've done it, you're going to have to do it 1,000 more times.
I would love to. Now, I would love to come on with young Jacob Wolf.
Yes. Can we do that next time? Will you do it?
100%. You know, he and I are doing a podcast together called Hey Man.
It was only a matter of time. Is he funnier than you?
Yes. And he's been admitting things to me. He was like, did
because
I
he
ever
has
tell you
to.
that I used to take your car out for a joyride when you were sleeping? I was like, what?
That's good podcasting right there.
Oh.
He saved it for the pod.
Yo, he told me a story about one weekend Beth and I went out of town.
Oh no.
And he was like, yeah, and we did acid at the house. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. I go, what was the best acid story? He goes, okay. He goes,
Oh no.
there's this one party we had. He goes, let me tell you how good a party it was. He goes, this is how good a party it was. When I woke up the next morning, the pizza guy was still there. And I was like, oh,
Oh my God. It's like a nightmare scenario.
I'm like, what?
Oh,
He
I
goes,
cannot wait.
He goes, yeah, I woke up and I was like, hey, Greg. I'm like, you knew the guy's name? He was like, yeah, he was there for most of the night. He was
Oh
just
my God. Junior's all grown up. He's like an adult now. I don't even know how to process it. Oh, I hate it.
full-on adult telling stories.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's called Hey Man, but you also
called
do a
Hey
million other things. What else do you want people to know?
You know what? Just check out my YouTube page and my Facebook. And this is where most of my comedy lives. I don't charge anybody for it. I put all my stuff up for free. I got to tell you something right now, Beadle. My comedy has all 4 wheels on the track right now. I'm humming the fuck along.
I like that.
I feel so good. I feel
That's
so
really
good.
good.
Like here's the thing. I've been just having fun and doing things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like the last time you saw me
Is Austin, yeah.
was Austin. That material was from a CD that I found in my storage unit. It was the first
What?
comedy CD I had ever made. And I gave myself 3 months to rewrite it and re-record it. So
All
when
right.
you saw me, I was at the 2.5 month mark.
Okay.
And I recorded it, like live streamed it. I rewrote the whole album because I was like, I bet you I'm a better writer now than I was however many years ago.
That's
so I've
awesome.
just been doing things like that are fun and that
best.
challenge me and that are different. But my stand-up right now is like,
I can't wait to see you again. That was pretty good. Well, now
Yeah.
you're in Vegas, so I feel like it's an excuse to also go to Vegas again, which you don't need a lot of excuses to go to Vegas. But
I think you should probably come. By the way, how come nobody told me the food was so good here?
oh, dude, it is well, it shouldn't be underrated anymore. But like half the fun there when I remember to eat is to eat.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, right, there's every good restaurant you've ever thought of or been to, there's one there, first of all,
Yeah.
plus a bunch of other ones. Like, it's crazy. Music every night. Like, it's awesome.
I think I had only been here as a young man.
Yep.
So the restaurants were like, who
Yeah, you
gives
didn't
a...
eat?
No.
No.
I'm eating breakfast when I see daylight.
Exactly. And it's even then you're like, just hurry up so we can go back to the tables.
And there were
I'm not for that.
buffets. I was doing buffets, tables,
God.
but now you can sit down
A real meal. Like real restaurants.
and with
It's silly.
with a little money in your pocket, you can eat some. Oh my God.
Honestly, I feel like that is the greatest line that we will end this podcast on, because you can fill in the blank, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
This
right.
has been this has been What Did I Miss? With a little money in your pocket, you can eat, and then just end it there. I'm in. I can't wait to come to Vegas.
Come to
I'm going to come back to
Let's
Vegas.
have-
now
let's
I have
some
an
fun.
excuse.
Yeah.
This is going to be good. All
What
right,
do you
tell
have on your
Jacob I
hand
said
there?
hello, by the way.
What was
Oh,
that
it's
on
this, one of these stupid shirts that I don't know what happened there. What am I, like Stevie Nicks? I have no idea. It's
If
just
you had
bizarre.
broke into some Stevie Nicks right now,
First of all, if I sang like Stevie Nicks, none of this would even be a thing right now. I would be
not
living in a
pretend you
mansion.
don't karaoke.
Well, I do love karaoke.
What's your go-to song?
If I could turn back time, Cher is my first, but usually there's at least 4 or 5 more coming.
Okay, here's what's happening, and then we're going to obviously end this. When you come to Vegas, I will pick out the restaurant and our karaoke spot.
Yes, done.
And then
Done.
we're going to have to do we'll do top 3 or 4 karaoke songs, and we'll see what
Easily.
happens.
I like to do as many songs until I start to feel like everyone in the room hates me. And then you're like, all right, that's enough. I've done 7 songs. We're good. It's my own
7
personal
songs. Holy shit.
Well, have you ever gone to those bad karaoke spots where no one else is singing? You're like, oh, I guess I'll do it again.
By the way, I call
Like, shut
those
up.
good karaoke spots.
I do too. I think they're better. I don't want to hear you sing, Melissa. Nobody
By
cares.
the way, listen, I also, if you're a great singer, don't.
Get out.
What are you doing there?
Get out.
What are you doing? This is not for you. We
No,
want
it's not
people who are-
fun. If I wanted that, I would have gone to a concert.
That's right. I want somebody who's into it. I want the fist
Sucks.
pumper.
Yeah.
I want an you know who I will accept a good voice from? Like an
Old man?
older white dude who sings women's songs.
I'm in on that. I've seen that a couple times in my life.
I am
You didn't
one-
expect it.
That's
No.
the one. That's the
Yeah.
one. Where you're
I'll take
you're
that.
like, is he singing Celine right now? Like that's where
That's the one. No,
that's
I'm with you.
where I'll
Because I'm like,
okay
all right,
it.
because I was expecting him to do like Johnny Cash, and then he doesn't. And you're like, oh,
Then he's singing "My Hips Don't Lie." And these hips don't lie. And you're like, come on, all right, Bob.
I'm back in.
Yeah,
I'm back in.
Come on,
God,
Matthew.
now I want to go do karaoke.
I'll set it up
I love
for us.
this. Thank you, sir.
You're the best.
Look at us doing things. I don't know if everyone else left. I feel like no one produced the show anymore. Like they all left us here.
Well, I think Gabe left as soon as we talked about his